Hi! Hey there, everyone. It's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today, I have something weird, I guess, something different to do with you all. So here's the thing. We're just gonna get right into it. So someone sent me a link to a video today, and to the person that sent it, thank you. I appreciate it, and keep sending me things to look at like this because I do find it interesting. I certainly do find it interesting. For those of you that don't know, I have been in the diamond painting realm for a little over 4 years now. And one of the things that has always been a topic of conversation is the drama, the infighting, just general scuttlebutt around diamond painting. And it's not anything I wasn't familiar with. I was into skincare in the skincare social media world for quite some time. And gosh, you want to talk about drama. There was entire channels built around the he said, she said, and the drama and the this and the that. And apparently that kind of style of content has made its way over to the diamond painting world. You see rant videos. I'm no stranger to a rant video. I've done a number of them myself. I've been caught up in the scuttlebutt and all of that. Quite a bit. And then I'd say probably about a year and a half ago, I just kind of decided to become a recluse and keep to myself. And that's how it's been so far, or since then, and I've really enjoyed it. It's very freeing when you're not worried about what company's doing what or said what to who or who's doing this and all that stuff. It makes it now it's something that doesn't get me upset or riled up or in my feels really. Now it almost feels like I'm looking at it from the outside, and it just makes me laugh. So when I saw this video come through, at first I was like, okay, I was like, okay, I'll watch it and whatever. And I started playing it and I was like, oh, what? I was like, hold on. I think I want to do a reaction video. I kind of want to watch this with all of you together. And for those that have seen it or not seen it, and I just want to give you my reactions. I haven't seen the whole thing. I was skipping around because I had some issues really early on. But I'm going to watch it in its entirety. It's long. I think it's 20 something minutes long. I will pause it to give you my thoughts as we're watching it. And I'll try my best not to talk over the narration because I know that might be a little wonky. So I will do my best to pause it and talk and then play. But because it's so long, who knows? We might skip. I don't know. I think I'm gonna watch the whole thing and then in editing I'll figure it out. Anyway, so if you're like, what video? What is this? So it looks like, and I've seen this uptick, right? I don't know if it's just the flavors of the week, but I feel like I wasn't seeing a lot of diamond painting drama content. Again, maybe I was just too secluded, but I'm seeing it pop up in my feed more and more. I'm hearing content creators that I listen to and love and engage with mention some of these topics. I feel like there's this kind of uptick in some pushback against Diamond Art Club specifically, which when has that not been the case? But apparently, I guess now I feel like there's more right now. And then there's been quite a few videos I've seen. I think there was someone named Whitney or somebody that did like the things that I hate most or annoy me the most about influencers, and lots of videos of I'm not an influencer or why I'm sick of influencers. And, a lot of this talk about the monetization of social media and of YouTube and stuff. I feel like there's been more conversation around it, which isn't a bad thing at all. It isn't a bad thing. It just seems to be trendy. It's like the trendy topics right now, when before there was, issues about this and upset about that. And right now it seems to be the anti influencer wave is kind of coming to diamond painting. It's been coming to YouTube for a long time, but it's made its way here. I guess with more prevalence. So that being said, so you know, content creators will do their whip and chats and stuff, and then they'll pop in with like a what annoys me, and then they go back to their like whatever else they were talking about. I've done the same thing. I complain all the time. I complain constantly in between all the other stuff. But this is the first time I think I've seen what appears to be a dedicated diamond painting issues or drama channel. That's from what they describe, that this is all they do. That's all they do. So, yeah, if we just take a quick peek at, hopefully you can see this. Take a quick peek at the about me. Can you guys see that? Yeah. I mean, it's small because we're going to play a video. I'll read it for you. Welcome to Sparkle FBI is the name of this channel. Oh, there's a bug in here. Get out of here. Sparkle FBI, which... Really? Okay, all right. Welcome to Diamond CIA, an independent investigative team for the diamond art community. Thank you. We really, I know I signed up for that. Powered by the painters for the painters. Okay, we investigate the controversies, scams, censorship, unethical business practices, artist treatment, customer complaints, and hidden drama within the diamond painting world. No corporate loyalty, no paid narratives, just community-driven investigations and open discussion. Okay, I hope you're going to stand by that open discussion part, because we're going to get to it. From deep dives into major diamond art companies to exposing manipulation, retaliation, deceptive marketing, and community abuse, Sparkle FBI shines a light where others stay silent. Wow. Wow. Oh, you lost me. Hold on. The device is sleeping. Girl, wake up. Girl, don't go to sleep on me. Okay. Again... didn't we already say this part? Okay. If you believe the community... okay, wait, sorry. This channel is dedicated to transparency, accountability, customer awareness, and protecting the voices of everyday diamond painters and artists. If you believe the community deserves honesty instead of censorship, you're in the right place. We'll see about that. Powered by the painters, investigating for the community. Welcome to Sparkle FBI. Oh my gosh. Now this is a service that we really needed. Hopefully they'll shed the light on some really specific things to the community that aren't just general things that happen online. And I hope they don't churn those general things that happen online into a 26-minute video that doesn't go anywhere. I guess we'll see. You can see I got right there. You can kind of see it. I got partway through where I was like, hold on, stop the presses. We got to talk about this. I can't not talk about this. And it's not coming from a place of like, oh, this is a reaction video because I'm so angry or outraged that someone would do this. I just think it's wild. I think it's look at when you hover. What the world? Okay. All right, so I'm going to try to go back, but quickly hit pause because I don't, no, I want to hit pause. I want to hit pause. Okay. So first things first, before we get into this whole business, people sharing their opinion about anything, that it's your space to do whatever you want on your channel. Talk about whatever you'd like. Nothing's off limits as long as it's within the guidelines of YouTube. However, people also have the opportunity to replay and react to things that are published online. And this isn't something I ever thought of doing, even though there have been videos posted where I'm like, I'd love to react. But the reason why I'm comfortable doing it with this one, and it's all within YouTube policy. You're allowed to do reaction videos as long as you're not just rebroadcasting someone's video without interjecting your own spin. The only reason that I'm comfortable doing it with this is because, from what I can glean, this is entirely created utilizing AI tools. Nobody's named as the channel owner, which might be intentional. They want to remain anonymous so people don't come at them or whatever, or get upset or dox them. I don't know what. I don't know what. And all of the thumbnails, the banner images, I think that about me description is also AI generated. It feels very AI generated. Certainly the narration that we hear, I confirm that that is a very standard AI voice. I think it's from ChatGPT, but I'm not sure. All of the script, the written script, appears to be AI generated, and we'll get into why I think that is. And the all the video clips or little transitions, all the stuff that they include in here, all additionally seems to be AI generated. I don't have a problem with any of those things. I've utilized one or more of those tools in previous videos. The logo for the podcast I created utilizing ChatGPT. My work on the music video, some of the other things, but this seems to be top to bottom AI created. And again, we'll get into it. So that's why I feel comfortable doing a reaction, because there isn't any human's face on here. Nobody's named. It's just all AI. So yeah, we're going to do it. So, all right, that's enough preamble. So just to quickly recap, this is Sparkle FBI, a new diamond painting channel that is going to get into the nitty gritty and uncover the hidden drama and exploitative nature of the dark underbelly of diamond painting. So, God, yes. just what we need. Okay, so let's get into this.
Tonight, the Sparkle FBI
Hopefully you can hear
examines
that
a growing
okay.
issue within online communities, the rise of emotional manipulation, performative victimhood, and exploitative
This
e-begging
might be
culture.
AI.
In spaces built on creativity, support, and shared passion, trust can easily be abused. Some individuals appear to leverage sympathy, personal crises, and emotional pressure to influence audiences, solicit financial support, and silence criticism.
Okay. So yeah, those are things that happen in the world. They happen apparently here in the diamond painting community, but they happen everywhere. So and it's pretty common knowledge, right, that where there is an opportunity to take advantage of a situation, someone somewhere might try to take that opportunity. I find and I might turn the volume up on this just slightly. I find the voices, the AI voices, to be really difficult to listen to. When I first watched this, I equated it to like a sexual harassment training video from like 2002 at like Arby's that they make you sit in the back room and watch on a crappy TV, and you're just like, God, when is that 30-minute break? Like, get me through this. So, yeah. And as we can see, prove me wrong that this entire setup is not AI.
When questions are raised, those who speak out are often met with hostility, intimidation, or social retaliation.
Okay.
This investigation is not directed at individuals facing genuine hardship, nor is it an attack on people seeking sincere support. Rather, it is an examination of patterns of behavior that may exploit compassion for personal gain while creating toxic and emotionally harmful environments within online communities.
Okay. Online communities. So, okay. And then you're going to lose me again, I think. The camera just flashed at me. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so online communities. All right, fine. I mean, yes, these are true statements, but we're framing it as though this is like some sort of specific nefarious diamond painting thing that's happening. Again, tell me that's not AI. And again, I don't have a problem with it. I think what strikes me with this is like, if we're going down this path of like community support and the human element and not taking advantage of people and the compassion, the caring, to try to send that message or warn people and try to express the need for humanity within the diamond painting community, but then to offer it up with this lazy so far lazy presentation, both in terms of the script, all of that stuff. It's not it. I don't think this is hitting the way they want it to hit.
In this video, we will review public behavior, community concerns, and the broader impact these dynamics can have on creators, supporters, and vulnerable individuals.
Hold on. Sparkle FBI investigates e-beggars. Please help me. Money leeches. You owe me. The truth behind online exploitation, exposing the manipulation and abuse. These are like some pretty serious accusations. And if they truly do have investigated and have proof of abuse and manipulation, those are pretty major deals for an influencer or content creator, especially in a smaller niche community like diamond painting, to be committing. And if they really do have those, I would expect them to tell us who, and not just give blanket generalizations without any resolution. We'll see.
Alike.
The goal is simple: to encourage transparency, accountability, and honest discussion.
Okay.
This is the Sparkle FBI investigation into online manipulation and emotional exploitation.
Oh. Disclaimer, this content is presented in this video. The content presented in this video is intended for commentary, criticism, education, and public discussion purposes only. Great. Well, you shouldn't have a problem with this video then. The opinions expressed are based on publicly available information, okay, personal observations, okay, and community discussions at the time of production. This video does not assert criminal wrongdoing as fact, nor is it intended to harass, defame, threaten, or target any individual or group. So they're not going to tell us who they are alleging is doing these things. Any references to specific behaviors, actions, or patterns are presented as opinion, analysis, or allegations discussed within the public online spaces. Okay, so none of it is proof. None of it's verifiable. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and form their own conclusions. This content is protected under the principles of fair use, freedom of expression, and commentary, as is this video. The goal of this video is to encourage transparency without giving any specifics or proof. So transparency, I'm seeing transparent to what? What am I seeing through to? Accusations. Okay. Accountability, but we're not going to hold anyone accountable, and respectful discussion with online communities. Okay. All right. Oh my God.
For many people,
Talk to
diamond
me,
painting is
ChatGPT.
more than
Talk
just a
to
hobby.
me with those thumbnails.
It's stress relief.
My God.
It's
Okay.
therapy.
I want to pause it, but there's just
It's
more
creativity.
text.
It's comfort during difficult times. For some, it helps with anxiety,
Yeah.
depression, grief, loneliness, or disability.
Okay.
For others, it's simply a place where they found friendship, encouragement, and a sense of belonging.
Okay, we got to read this. Okay, Sparkle FBI investigation. Why the diamond painting community is so great. More than a hobby, a community. Supportive, kind, creative, inspiring, inclusive, uplifting, fun. Real friends, real support, real connections. The heart of the hobby. We create, we encourage, we celebrate, we sparkle. Different people, one passion, endless connections. Oh my gosh, it's like a Felix art box with all the slogans on it. Yeah, I mean, all of this is true, but I feel like we're going to take a dark twist. We're not going to focus on any of this stuff. We have a title card, but this channel is not about creating, encouraging, celebrating, or sparkling. I don't think so. Let's find out. I need a drink. Hold on. Mom needs her go-go juice.
And that matters. They help people learn new techniques, share advice, recommend affordable supplies, and make others feel welcome regardless of skill level or experience.
Okay.
That spirit of community is something worth protecting. Beginners deserve patience, encouragement, and support instead of elitism or exclusion.
Okay.
And that is ultimately the purpose of this investigation. Not to create drama. Not to attack individuals for entertainment. not to divide the community,
Are you sure?
but to advocate for healthier spaces built on respect, accountability, compassion, and integrity.
Okay, I hope they give us examples on how to do that. Let's find out. Okay, we've got another. Is this just the same thing? Yeah, I think it's just a different iteration. They just wanted to change the image. Okay, but it's the same, just slightly different. Okay.
The values
I'm
that
not I'm being snarky because I find this to be quite silly, but we'll see. Oh, also I love this diamond painting pen down here. I don't. Okay, there it goes. It goes away. Okay, so if you look down, yours is smaller, but at the bottom right hand corner there is what I think ChatGPT wanted to make into a diamond painting pen, but it's literally just two single placers with their butts touching. There's no pen in between. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
that made this community meaningful to so many people in the first place.
However, alongside the positive aspects
Oh.
of this community,
Okay. However, alongside the positive aspects of this community, and then we'll see these screenshots that they include kind of throughout, that are kind of the receipts, right, to show proof that what they're talking about has been investigated with these screenshots, I guess. So I don't know if they just whoever this is went around to friends or community members or just scrolled through groups and was taking screenshots or asked permission or, hey, can you send me a screenshot of the time when this happened? So let's see if what the screenshots say, what the text says, correlates to the narrative in the video. Okay. Why are so many people fleeing the Diamond Tribe? Now, I don't know if that is them referencing the diamond painting community in general, or if this is specific to someone's group in which they call their members or whatever in Facebook groups a tribe. So I don't know. So everyone knows I have decided to leave this group as well. I had joined hearing how supportive and great it is. There have been issues dealt with in chat that should have been discussed privately instead of jumping down someone's throat. This is supposed to be a supportive group with some that have mental health problems, but the lashing out and having a negative attitude reflects on others, even if it's not directed at them when it's constantly read. Seeing this has negatively affected me, and I have to do what's right for myself. I enjoyed the group in the beginning, but I've seen a diminishing in the vibe even with barely over a month in it. It's time to bid farewell as I can't read the negativity and lashing out anymore. And then it says, anyone else, question mark? So again, they're not telling us where this came from. There's a little bit of a background, and I don't know if that's just a custom background for like a group chat. There's no context here. There's no context unless Diamond Tribe is something specific, but I can't glean on where this person was coming from, and to suggest that this is a reflection of the entire diamond painting community, I think is a little extra. I would want to know where this is before they should be making blanket statements. But let's see.
there are also growing concerns that many people feel uncomfortable discussing publicly. Over time, community members have raised repeated concerns about behavior that some believe is damaging trust, exploiting generosity, and creating unhealthy social dynamics
Well, that's the internet. That is social media, not just diamond painting. But let's go on.
within the diamond painting space. One of the
And
most
everywhere else.
serious concerns involves individuals accused of
Okay.
manipulative e-begging.
Manipulative e-begging. Okay, and our screenshot here says, hello, everyone. First, thank you for landing here. I am Redacted, and I am raising funds for my friend Redacted, who is also known as Redacted on YouTube. As some of you might know, Redacted had an accident at the beginning of the year, and she broke her arms, neck, and more. Jesus. Unfortunately, she just found out that her health insurance was suspended, and her car just failed its inspection. Okay. Maybe because it was all mashed up from the accident? Oh, it doesn't say it was a car accident. Okay. Her husband, who has taken a leave to take care of she needs care 24/7, has exhausted his paid leave and is no longer receiving a paycheck. Consequently, she needs our support to pay for her car and for her current bills like her mortgage. If you like her content or if you appreciate her contribution to the diamond painting community. Okay, so this is specific. Any small amount can help her. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It looks like this person raised, at the time of this screenshot, almost all of their 5,000. So, I mean, I from a personal perspective, I have donated to help somebody out in the diamond painting community in need, or someone adjacent to someone in the diamond painting community, a friend or relative that needed help. But in doing so, I didn't feel pressured to do that. I wanted to do that because I had the funds and I wanted to do it, but I didn't feel manipulated or if I didn't participate in something like this, that I was now excluded from the community. And it was a very similar situation like this. I didn't see it as begging, but maybe there's an excessiveness that happens with certain people where they're constantly asking. I guess the video will help us out, but I don't look at this and immediately think problem personally.
Situations where emotional pressure, exaggerated personal crises, guilt, or public victim narratives are allegedly used to solicit money,
Allegedly. Good
gifts,
job.
or financial support from community members. Critics argue that in some cases, kindness and compassion may be taken advantage of by people who understand how to emotionally influence online audiences.
That's humans. They
Another
suck.
issue involves content creators and social
Okay.
groups
Content creators and social groups.
that allegedly create paywalled social environments.
Okay, that allegedly create paywalled social environments. Okay, so they showed a can I just tab back? Yes. Facebook chat, ? 4 comments. This post is locked. Become a member to view this and other exclusive posts from Redacted. Join to unlock. Okay. $10 a month, access to extra pics and videos, ability to vote on kits that I do and events I choose. Why does that have any value? Ability to join the Facebook Messenger chat for Patreons only. That's fine. Ability to message me for help on your projects. Who is this? It's redacted, but what are your credentials? Weekly Zoom alongs and special events. Okay. So this is somebody's Patreon that they've taken screenshots of. So they're, saying that this person is, pulling money from the community for these additional things. Some of these I find questionable personally, but that doesn't mean that others. I think this is pretty commonplace. And I think we'll see where the video takes it. But coming from someone personally that has memberships, which you can go check out, I put more content there in addition to what everybody, people that decide not to subscribe also see. So it's not like I'm saying the only way you can see me do the things that I've been doing all along is now by paying. I'm putting extra work into it, the bonus episodes for the podcast. And I see nothing wrong with saying, okay, I want to monetize this additional work that I'm doing for this channel as a way for people to support me who choose to. Again, no one is being forced to join these Patreons or memberships. It's completely free will. It would suck if there are people out there that start taking away regular content and just moving it all over to paid. That, I think, in my opinion, isn't cool. But at the same time, I think it's okay to ask for a certain level of compensation, I guess, for the work that you're doing. It isn't easy. It isn't easy. It's time, it's energy, it's editing. There's many people that do it way better than me, and I subscribe to some memberships too. And again, it's up to you if you want to support in that way, but I don't think anyone should feel like if I don't pay, then I don't play. And if there are content creators that make you feel that way explicitly, go out of their way to say, you're not getting this because you don't pay, then that is a problem. But I don't see that I personally haven't seen that, but let's see what they give us.
Where viewers feel pressured to continuously spend money in order to gain access, attention, recognition, or inclusion within certain circles.
Okay. All right. Okay, wait, there's a $15 anniversary gift. Cool. 2 bingo cards a month. That means nothing to me. Diamond tier exclusive Zooms. Whoever's doing this and has all these different levels, and this level gets a Zoom here, this level gets a Zoom there, this tier has an exclusive chat, but then there's like a subset of exclusivity chat. Whoever is doing this, I mean, this is crazy. Um, and good on you for figuring out how to juggle your calendar and your schedule to fit all of this in and keep track. I could never, and I will never.
Some community members have expressed concern that support and friendship can sometimes begin to feel transactional rather than genuine.
That means, okay, friendships transactional rather than genuine. That to say online friendships, that's just a sticky. Those are sticky. Those are not always the best words to put together. I think I'm hoping that the narrative isn't like people become your friends just to get your money or stuff like that. If you're subscribed to someone and you're watching their content and you're vibing with them and you like what you're seeing, that's great. But you have to be careful with letting that feeling slip into, I know this person. This is my friend, or personal friend. Because then these sorts of things where they start doing memberships and stuff can start to feel that way. So maybe part of that is recognizing boundaries, recognizing what that social interaction truly is and the depth of that, and making sure to be mindful of those, what is that called? Those online relationships, parasocial relationships. Be mindful of that, because the intention from the content creator might not be, is not, in my experience, someone churning on memberships saying, ha ha ha, I've tricked all these people to thinking they're my friend when really they're my paycheck. But if it could feel that way, I see where it could feel that way, but I don't think it's some sort of explosive expose that we need to call the FBI on.
This video will also examine the controversial rise of alleged social media raffles and high-dollar giveaway systems.
Okay, we'll come
Critics
back to that.
argue that some of these activities may violate platform policies while generating enormous amounts of money from participants. Sometimes hundreds of dollars tied to a single canvas or event. Concerns have also been...
Now they just posted a couple little screenshots of this thing called a waffle. New waffle hosting rule. Regular waffles will be limited to no more than 100 spots effective today. Redacted. I don't know what this is. I don't know what a waffle is. I guess we'll find out. Let's keep going.
Been raised about cycles of financial pressure, where participants allegedly feel encouraged to continuously buy into raffles in hopes of eventually hosting one.
Why is it saying waffle? We will enforce a new rule. This only applies to members who are hosting a waffle. Waffle participation rule. To host a waffle, members are required to buy into at least one waffle monthly. You only have to buy one spot and one waffle per month. This is to make our community fair and to support each other in waffles as a community. Please write I agree and the date. What is this? Okay, let's learn. Maybe I just shut up and listen.
On themselves and profiting in return. And perhaps most importantly, we will discuss how these dynamics can affect beginners and newer members entering the community for the first time.
Okay, I hope you do. Alleged e-beggar using special needs children to target vulnerable diamond painters. What? Okay, I was not calling you out personally. There are a few people who have joined the tribe. This has got to be a specific group. They're honing in on this specific group. I see the same background here, so there must be just some, or a chat with someone in particular. A few people have joined the tribe over the past 18 months who have been apprehensive about coming to Zoom. You are not alone. I'm just happy to have you here, and you take all the time you need. We'll be here waiting when you are ready. We've got you, girl. Quite a few of us have autistic kids or kids with ADHD. There would never be any judgment or bullying here. So this is an e-bagger using children to target vulnerable diamond painters. It sounds to me like someone saying, "Don't worry about joining the Zoom because on a Zoom you're expected to be on camera." And I would assume that the person that they were talking to had mentioned the reason they don't want to be on the camera is because of their kids, right? I wouldn't assume that this person randomly put in a sentence about quite a few of us have autistic kids or ADHD without any sort of prompt or lead to that, maybe. But this doesn't sound like someone using children to target diamond painters. This sounds like someone telling someone else, "Don't worry about the Zoom, it's okay." So this screenshot doesn't align with the allegation listed above in red, the FBI red or whatever.
Newcomers often arrive looking for creativity, friendship, and support.
Yeah.
Instead, some may encounter pressure to spend excessive amounts of money, participate in
Hold on. Sorry.
Newcomers often arrive looking for creativity, friendship, and support. Instead, some may encounter pressure
Yeah, you may encounter pressure to spend money in places where you weren't expecting to spend money. You're talking about the daily lives of a human. And it's just a screenshot of someone's Patreon. What I want to see here, if you're going to say that, I want to see a screenshot of someone like with a Patreon saying to a subscriber or someone, "Hey, I know that it's not required, but I really need you to subscribe to my Patreon," or it's a little known fact that all of my friends or all of whatever do this for me. So I'm gonna need you to do that. I want to see it in a specific ask or manipulation or something like that. Just showing me someone's $20 a month Patreon does not indicate that someone's being manipulated.
to spend excessive amounts of money, participate in unhealthy social dynamics, or become emotionally entangled in online conflict.
Okay. Emotionally entangled in online conflict. Okay. Why is there constant drama and tantrums in the Diamond Tribe? Okay, so they keep saying this tribe, and again, we've got the same background with another conversation. Nonstop drama due to alleged lies and deception. They must. So we haven't watched the whole thing. I'm so sorry. Here's where I sit at this point in the video. What I feel like after seeing this so far is one person, as opposed to this whole by the painters for the painters, as if there's this secretive underground mysterious group of people that have decided to put this together. It feels like one person had a really bad experience or got wrapped up in some bad stuff, because I'm not getting any other context other than this one background. It seems to be one conversation with somebody. Anyway, so this one says, woman, fall, winter, anythings cannot, shall not, will not begin until after September 2nd. This is me throwing the biggest, but it's my B-Day tantrum. I've always considered it a summer B-Day, as it was always before school started in Buffalo. Ooh, okay, so we're learning more about this person. Went to school in Buffalo, and 99.9% before Labor Day. So there, love you. Maybe if you stop this nonsense. This sounds like someone that's extra, especially with all the caps, but this doesn't seem like someone. It almost seems like in jest, but who cares? Anyway, then they say, then don't watch it. I just wanted to show some of the things I found, and if I waited, they would be gone. Plus, I wanted to beat the other creators' get a video out first. This just seems like a kind of a snarky extra person, like me. Camera, up, honey. Come up, back up, honey. Thank you. Oh, really? Girl, you gonna fight me? Why are you fighting me? Oh, it's doing the AI tracking. I don't want that. This camera thinks she's got a mind of her own. You don't even know if I'm human. Barely. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Constant drama and tantrums. Fine. I will give you a partial pass on this, but I feel like we're taking this out of context. I think this is just someone that's a little much.
They never expected to encounter in a crafting community. This part of the discussion is especially important because awareness is one of the best forms of protection. Understanding how
This image again.
manipulation, financial pressure, and toxic group behavior can operate online helps people make informed decisions, establish healthy boundaries, and avoid situations that may become emotionally or financially harmful.
Okay, so this is supposed to show us how to avoid those, stay in the light, you know. So hopefully we get there. How much money should a viewer be forced to pay to participate in the community? What's the link for the Zoom, or how do I find you all? I'm sorry, but you are just a redacted. I'm sorry, but you are just a redacted. You don't get Saturday Zooms. Only redacted Zooms on Thursdays if you're participating in the event. You would need to upgrade to redacted to join us. Again, I need a little bit more context. This sounds like again, this is the same background. Give me a different conversation. If you're saying that this happens across the community and you're giving me what appears to be one conversation from like one group or one event or something, it sounds like you just had a bad time in this. You gotta if you're gonna make these claims, you gotta give me more. I need more evidence. Okay, so apparently in this group or something, they were doing Thursday Zooms for an event, but then Saturday Zooms if you were part of some extra club, which, yeah, that's not great. That's not great. But I don't understand. I don't have there's not enough context here. I don't know if that was already described. I have no idea what this means. And I don't think it's necessarily whoever this person is saying is manipulating someone to upgrade. They asked a question: how do I get on this Zoom for Saturday? And the response was, you don't unless you're this. Okay. But you participate in the Thursday. All right. But I'm not getting manipulation? I don't know. Maybe I'm giving too much grace to whoever this extra person is. They seem a little rude, but this isn't some sort of expose by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe we'll get there.
The goal of this conversation is not fear, outrage, or harassment. It is transparency. It is awareness.
Then
And
stop
ultimately,
redacting things.
It is about protecting the integrity of a community that many people genuinely care about.
Okay.
In many online communities,
Ooh, different AI
there is
voice.
nothing inherently wrong
Wait. Okay, this is the same screenshot from the GoFundMe. Okay. This is their only example, but they're going to show it again.
with asking for help during genuine hardship.
Okay.
Crowdfunding campaigns, donation links, wish lists, memberships, and community fundraising efforts can provide meaningful support to people facing legitimate difficulties. The concern begins when repeated financial requests are paired with limited transparency, inconsistent explanations, or visible contradictions.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So we just came off of talking about people begging during hardships, and or asking for support through different means during hardships, which is valuable in a community. So you would expect to transition to an example where someone abused that. Let's see what we have. Complaining about being broke while bragging about expensive purchases. Okay. You have to be disabled to the point of there not being any type of job that you can do. Took me 2.5 years, and I have extensive documentation of my spinal issues. It took getting to a hearing and having a functional capacity assessment done. Once the judge read that was instantly approved. They also only back pay you by 1 year now, so I lost 18 months of pay. Okay. And then they said, I figured, thanks. Then it says, want to see my new whatever accessory storage set? And then it says, I'm adding on as soon as I have some money. So so there's a bunch of redacted stuff. We're getting redacted names, that type of thing. That is a weird transition to be talking about your spinal issues and stuff and then going into a storage set. But again, I don't have any context. This in nowhere in this exchange does someone talk about being broke. They talk about being disabled, but they don't say, and they also say only back pay you by 1 year, so I lost 18 months of pay. That could just be someone talking about a crappy circumstance they had, but I'm not hearing, so I have no money right now. I'm not hearing that. And then then they go on to say, want to see my new accessory storage. We don't have any timestamps either, so I can't see how long that last conversation ended and then the new one started. And then then the person says, I'll add it on. I don't know on to what. Are they, I don't know if this is if this person's selling an accessory storage set. I don't know. But again, it didn't align with what we were just talking about, and it doesn't really align with the thing that they're mentioning at the top. These just are, and again, it's the exact same background. So it's apparently the same group. I don't know where this group is.
Limited transparency, inconsistent explanations, or visible contradictions that leave supporters questioning where money is actually going.
Oh my God. Okay. Complaining about being broke while bragging about expensive purchases. And then it says, begs for help with bills while allegedly making large purchases. Okay. I still haven't seen anybody begging for help with bills. Unless this person is the same person doing the GoFundMe. No, I don't think so, because they were talking about a friend. Unless this is the friend that broke all their bones. I don't know. They didn't provide any of that context. 35 pens at $50 a pen is $1,700. Oh my goodness. And so someone sat there and counted all the pens. Someone has a grudge. This is definitely like a grudge video. I love it. I have so much more space. It's heavy duty too. Look at all those pens. Okay. No one's asked for money to pay for bills yet. At least this person hasn't, that I know of.
And how it is being used. Diamond painting community members have expressed discomfort with situations involving constant crowdfunding campaigns, repeated emergency fundraisers,
the same
multiple simultaneous
chat. You can't say multiple people have reported or complained from various here, there, everywhere, and then give me the exact same thing again. The person has allegedly received $10,000 to cover her bills while hoarding a collection estimated at over $100,000. My art room is very small, but I still fit 556 kits and over 800 trays in it. Show me the part where this person has received $10,000.
Payment platforms, rolling wish lists, and ongoing public requests for financial assistance that appear to continue indefinitely without clear resolution or accountability.
Okay.
Others have questioned situations where audiences are allegedly encouraged to provide continuous financial support while creators simultaneously showcase expensive purchases.
Okay. Owns every single canvas, yet begs for money for food and bills. Hello, all. I'm traveling in from York, PA. So someone was traveling to Pennsylvania. I own every Winter King storybook canvas and cannot fathom having to choose which one to do. Have they... I don't see them begging. Why are we showing this part but not the part that actually is incriminating? It seems like you don't have it.
Financial support while creators simultaneously showcase expensive purchases, luxury spending, large product hauls, excessive shopping.
Okay, large product hauls, excessive shopping. They're begging for money, and yet they're rolling in it. Sparkle FBI investigates the shocking total revealed. $2,578.33. No context. What is that number? That's not 10,000. So what is that? Then on a phone it says, please help. Anything helps. Thank you. Trying to get up back on my feet. Anything helps. Donate. Then it says thousands taken, excuses given, zero accountability. Who are these people? If you at the beginning of the video, they talked about they're not alleging any crimes. They're not alleging that someone's done anything nefarious. This is all speculation, or, because they have to cover their ass, right? And then we get these AI generated things that are like shocking total $2,500, thousands taken, no accountability. That's theft. What you're describing is theft. And if you truly know that someone has committed theft, then you should probably share that specific information with the community rather than this so far bloated video with AI, the AI script that basically just keeps saying the same thing over and over again, and nothing's aligning with the screenshots. The actual opportunity to provide the proof has yet to do so. This is so far very clickbaity. Begging online is big business. Some profit, others get nothing. Emotions drive donations. Scams cash in. Scam. Not alleged scam. Scam. That is an accusation, and that shouldn't be there. Verify before you give. Be kind, be smart, be informed. The internet was fooled. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Let's keep going. And then just like diamonds. What I think are meant to be diamonds in the magnifying glass. All right.
Or lifestyles that appear inconsistent with the level of financial crisis being publicly described.
Give me an
These
example.
contradictions can create confusion, discomfort, and distrust among supporters who may have donated under the belief they were helping someone through urgent hardship.
Okay.
There are also growing concerns about the emotional pressure sometimes attached to online crowdfunding itself. In some cases, donation goals, emotional live streams, public distress, countdown-style urgency, or repeated reminders about financial struggles may create an atmosphere where supporters feel personally responsible for solving ongoing problems.
Okay. So people make you feel personally responsible for helping them out. It's your fault that they're not succeeding. Gives me Enablers Outpost vibes. Okay, so let's go back here. So we have this screenshot. I'm struggling so much right now, just trying to get back on my feet. Anything helps. Even $1 makes a difference. They keep doing this $5,000 goal thing, which I think that was the same number that was used on the GoFundMe. So I don't know if they did that intentionally. Makes me question if the GoFundMe thing was real. Then we have all these, what AI tried to do to create diamond painting kits, but it doesn't know the dimensions. And if this person was smart, just for the FBI, just for a little editing note, you can actually go and take a picture of like a Diamond Art Club box or a Jaded Gem Shop box, and it'll actually do a much better job of recreating that in your images than just telling it to make it a diamond painting box, because it doesn't know. So you can make this look a little bit better. So they have all these Diamond Art Clubs with their names and titles. It's all Diamond Art Club. I wonder how Diamond Art Club feels about being depicted in this video. I wonder if they thought about that.
Concerns about the emotional pressure sometimes attached to online crowdfunding itself.
Yep. Okay, we want to get to the screenshot. Again, from the same background, this is the same thing. So this person really has it out for whoever this is. Oops, and they forgot to redact a name. There's Heather. Hi, Heather. Redacted says, if you comment on my videos about your Patreon membership again, I swear to God, I messaged you privately and answered your question about updating your debit card. My videos on YouTube is not the place for you to make comments or ask questions about your Patreon membership and updating your debit card. Okay, so again, this person seems a little intense, but that's not completely out of pocket to tell someone not to discuss payment and debit card informations on a public chat. That could also be looking out for somebody. Sorry, my bad. I'm at times not very bright. This will not happen again. And then, so now we know Heather is our perpetrator because they forgot to redact that. So Heather, you've got a target on your back, girl. Whoever you are. The FBI is like investigating you. If you can check this chat and comment here, then there is no reason you didn't see my message from earlier today when I answered your question. I don't appreciate you threatening me and being nasty in my YouTube channel in a video about holiday stuff. So Heather did a holiday video. She feels like she was nasty, being treated nasty by whoever this person is. So we've got a name. There was a error. They didn't redact Heather's name. Ooh, Heather. Damn, you got a whole, so far 6 minutes and 50 seconds of this video has been focused on how you are not good. Let's keep going.
In some cases, donation goals,
Oh,
emotional lives.
so it says, can you imagine publicly berating a viewer for trying to give you money? This seems like some sort of private Patreon chat, I would have to imagine. And so this isn't, it's public in terms of everyone who's probably a member of this, whatever it is, can see it. But this, from what I understand, she didn't get publicly berated on the YouTube channel. I don't know. But again, a slight mischaracterization of what the text actually gives.
Dreams, public distress, countdown-style urgency, or repeated reminders about financial struggles may create an atmosphere where supporters feel personally responsible for solving ongoing problems.
You haven't given any examples of that.
Some viewers may begin donating beyond their own financial comfort level because they fear disappointing someone they feel emotionally connected to.
That's parasocial.
And because online communities often...
Okay, all right, so they talked a little bit about how parasocial relationships can make you feel a certain way, but that's not what they're saying. They're putting the onus on the content creator. Okay, seriously, why is anyone giving this woman money? Here we go. Okay, so they really are honing in on Heather, unfortunately. So Heather says, "God damn it, redacted! You did it again. Stop." And then there's a text conversation within the YouTube comments. "I will never mention anything again. Once again, so sorry." And then OMG, and then "you did it again." Okay. "Do not comment on my videos anymore ever." Damn, Heather. "I'm sorry, guys. I just can't today with her. How dare someone in this tribe be nasty in a comment on my channel? No reason for that, especially when I responded to her privately 8 hours ago." This seems like some kind of toxic Patreon membership, or I don't know what this is, but this isn't public. Whatever this conversation is not public. It's happening in some sort of small group. I'm assuming Heather's Patreon, and I thought she was just extra. She seems, I'll give the FBI credit. They did uncover someone that seems to be a little nasty, but they're mischaracterizing what is going on here by saying that this is community wide, here, there, everywhere, and all they're giving us is a very isolated example.
Blur the line between friendship, entertainment, emotional support, and financial transactions. Audiences may not always recognize when healthy support dynamics begin shifting into unhealthy dependency or financial expectation.
Yep.
The issue is not simply...
Okay, so then we have another screenshot. It's very similar to the last one with all the Diamond Art Clubs, but it looks like the text has changed. Someone's crying and looking at their phone, and it says, "I only have 556 diamond kits." This is all from Heather. They're just really, really taking her to task. "I only have 800 trays. I only have every Bonnie White. I only have every Storybook King canvas. Please help." I still haven't seen the evidence where Heather has asked for money outside of Patreon memberships. I need to see that. Still wouldn't change how I feel overall, but that would at least get you over the first little speed bump here.
Whether someone asks for help. The issue is whether audiences are being given honest, transparent,
What?
and consistent
No,
information while
I saw
emotional
this when I
attachment is
hovered over it,
simultaneously
but
being
seeing
used
it
to encourage
seeing it
ongoing
full screen.
financial contributions.
Sorry. Okay, we got to go back. Let's listen to what they're saying, and then I'll react. Sorry.
The issue is not simply whether someone asks for help. The issue is whether audiences are being given honest, transparent, and consistent information while emotional attachment is simultaneously being used to encourage ongoing financial contributions.
Okay, that's a good pausing. I mean, all of the text that ChatGPT put together for this video is not incorrect. These are problems, but they happen across the internet with every community, every group, every subset, every niche. If there are nefarious, there always are going to be bad actors, people trying to game the system, take advantage of others. Again, I've been in several different communities online where this runs rampant. It's ingrained into, unfortunately, human nature, some people's nature, and certainly on social media, because there's that disconnect. It doesn't feel as wrong when there's that computer between everybody. I mean, this has been going on since the dawn of the internet, and even prior to that, Amway, all your MLMs, all of that stuff, this all plays in the same thing. But what I think I have a problem with, why this video sticks under my craw so far, and we're not even halfway through, is they've kind of churned it into making it sound like it's a diamond painting specific thing. But what it really feels like is it's stemming from somebody has a grudge. And if this was a parody video like I did when I had a grudge, that would be different. But I think they're being serious. Okay, so now I'm curious. Did they make this video of, is this Heather? Did they try or make this image? Did they ask ChatGPT and sent them a picture of Heather and said, churn this into an image? Because that's messed up. And then to blur the face. Wow, someone really has it out for Heather. Okay, eBegging asks, dollars raised of infinite goal. IT, fix everything. You're ruining my livelihood. It's not my fault. It's the IT team. What does this have to do with anything? And then we have all these. Wow, they're calling out Jaded Gem Shop as part of Heather's repertoire. Bella Art de Nicole, Starlight Creations. Is that a real company? Do I need to add that to my list? Twinkle Works, Artistry Sparkle, Diamond Dreamer. I don't know. Glitter and Glow. I think some of these are real and some of these are fake. Cat-eared colors. Wow. I wonder how they feel about being represented in this video. I don't work. I beg. Damn. Support my journey. Yeah, this seems like a vendetta video rather than a video that's actually supposed to educate and inform. And I really hope they did not churn Heather into this. I mean, Heather's done a lot so far, but she don't deserve that.
One of the most troubling concerns raised within the diamond painting community is the possibility that vulnerable individuals may be disproportionately targeted.
Vulnerable individuals may be disproportionately targeted. So what I want to see with that statement is a content creator or Heather or an influencer, because they're trying to generalize this as if this is just rampant. I want to see Heather reach out to someone specifically and say, I need money because of this. Oh, you lost me again. Hold on. And I need money because of this, and I still haven't seen that. Or taking advantage of the vulnerable. Heather could be out there targeting someone that she knows has dementia or a cognitive decline, or isn't completely aware of where money's going, finances, whatever the reason for that is, but is easily manipulated in that way. And Heather takes advantage of that, knowing that this person has this problem that'll make them an easy mark, right? That's what I want to see if you're going to make that statement. Instead, we get the Reap. They already shared this. This is from the top of it, why so many people are fleeing the diamond painting tribe. We already read all this. This is not another new. You're submitting the same evidence. This is Exhibit A, and you're trying to create Exhibit AF, and that's not.
And emotionally influenced
the
by
FBI would not do that.
Begging behavior. Many people who enter hobby communities are not.
Okay, here we go. We have another clip. This is all from this exact same chat. This is rough. Why are so many people leaving the Diamond Tribe? I'm going to make this my last message. I'm going to keep it very calm and collected. Okay. When I first joined this tribe, it was about support after being there for people who had mental health issues and to just have people to diamond paint with. Well, unfortunately, these last few months have severely changed. All I see anymore is how many things we have we have to be careful saying, careful of doing, so we don't step on Heather's toes, I'm guessing. Shouldn't have left that name blank because now I'm going to fixate on it. And if we do, then there's silence. I thought it was about being able to talk to each other and work things out, but I guess lashing out, calling people out instead of privately fixing things, and talking S-word behind their back is how the tribe something something. I can't read that because it's cut off. So things are falling apart in Heather's Patreon, I think, is the story that we're hearing, and people are upset.
Simply looking for entertainment. They may be looking for comfort during periods of loneliness, grief, stress, illness, substance use, depression, neurological diagnoses, or isolation. Some may be going through major life hardships, emotional struggles, chronic health challenges, or difficult personal circumstances. Others may simply be searching for friendship.
Okay, they're just talking about reasons why people find a community. And it could be diamond painting, it could be anything. Again, the script is just talking about the general issues and concerns that can happen with social relationships online. It's not specific to diamond painting, but intercut with that, and what you would expect to be the proof is seemingly this solitary issue with whatever this is. Okay, is how the tribe does things now. I'm continuing on. This is the next part. Sorry, as someone who was there from almost the very beginning, I don't agree with this. I was dragged into some very nasty S-word during one of the tribe's hard times. Yeah, they're not, they are calling themselves tribe. I keep hearing tribe. This is not. I was like, is this the Diamond Art Club VIP Facebook group? There's no way. This is somebody's Patreon, and they call their people their tribe, which that's also potentially problematic. But that is okay. I know who I can and cannot trust at this point. Yes, I may have left a couple times, but I've never talked S-word or done anything to try and bash Heather. Oh, we forgot to redact her name again in any way, shape, or form, regardless of who you all think I am not friends with. And I don't need to worry about all this S-word. Last time I checked, I'm 30 years old. I'm not in high school anymore. Okay. So I shouldn't have to worry about gossip or rumors. So this is goodbye from me. I love you. I hope you all have a fantastic life. I hope you all do what is right for you and your mental health, just as I'm doing. Oh, gosh. Okay, so it's just a spat between Heather and whoever this person is or persons are, and it's all just blowing up on this Patreon group. But it's presented in a way to describe the community as a whole. And I feel like this is a very it's a misrepresentation. It's a misrepresentation. And this is coming from someone who has called out drama before, who has been involved in the drama before. But this isn't done well so far. Okay, let's keep going.
Acceptance and a sense of belonging. People who are hurting, isolated, or emotionally overwhelmed are often more trusting of communities that appear supportive, understanding, and emotionally safe.
I swear to
And
God.
bad actors
Please give me a different background. I want to see one other example. Okay, this one says complaining about being broke while bragging about expensive purchases. We're recycling. Come on, guys.
learn how to identify emotionally compassionate
FBI.
audiences and maintain constant emotional engagement through cycles of crisis, sympathy, guilt, and dependency.
We talked about it already. Here we go.
The pattern can
Dramatic
begin
music.
subtly. A creator shares increasingly personal hardships,
Wait.
guilt, and dependency. The pattern can begin subtly. A creator shares increasingly personal hardships. Followers rally around them with emotional support, gifts, donations, or financial assistance. Gratitude and emotional intimacy deepen the audience connection. Assistance.
Okay, cool. Here we go, baby. That dramatic music was not for nothing. Okay, so, and this is the same background, it's just zoomed in. Morning, everyone. Busy day. Redacted, me, redacted, and redacted vet. I'm assuming they're talking about their pet. Can we say redacted as to spend hundreds of dollars today? Slap my forehead. Okay, but they have not asked for any sort of help. They're just stating, I'm a big out a couple bucks because Fluffy is effed.
Support, gifts,
Sorry.
donations, or financial
Okay, let's see the
assistance.
next one.
Gra-
She has a pus leaking from her right ear. I really hope it's a pet. She was up all night screaming. They took a culture an hour ago. I'm still waiting for the vet. Okay, vet. All right, animal. Well, I'm hoping it's still animal. Okay, but again, we have not seen anyone. We haven't seen asking for money, and it says emergency cycle 2 of 5. So far, this is 2 examples of the same emergency. So if we're trying to paint this narrative of constantly asking and there's always an emergency in this cycle of abuse, I need to see something else than pussy cat. Let's see.
Attitude and emotional intimacy deepen the audience connection. But over time, some supporters may begin to feel personally responsible for the creator's emotional stability, financial well-being, or ongoing survival.
Okay, so people will start becoming responsible. Like, I'll help you. I can help. We're connected. We're friends. I've built this parasocial relationship or whatever. And again, and I say that not to be like, well, it's the viewer's fault. No, not at all. But I'm not seeing yet this person exploit the issues of disability, lack of funds in emergencies, and explicitly ask for help. Now, maybe the video is trying to say because this person has a Patreon and is collecting memberships, that is the correlation. But those things can and most of the time do live independently. Like, I don't think that one of the creators that I follow that has a Patreon created it in just for the sole purpose of then turning around creating emergencies to encourage memberships. I don't know. I just need to see Heather asking for money directly in relation to problems. And this computer, this is my Hershey Park shirt. It wants to keep doing face tracking. Stop it. Human tracking off. I wonder if I'm putting my hands up and gesturing in a way that it thinks that's what I want. Okay, let's keep going. This is emergency 3. She has not 1 but 2 bacterial infections in her right ear, so it's really still emergency 1. And the start of a yeast infection in her left. My goodness. They put some type of wafer down in her ear, which works for 4 weeks, plus antibiotics and a steroid. Okay. But Heather, do you need money for this? Let's find out.
At that point, the relationship can allegedly shift from community support into emotional obligation. Neurodivergent, grieving, or older individuals may
Number
feel
4.
guilty.
Okay.
Neurodivergent, grieving, or older individuals may feel guilty for not donating, afraid of being viewed as unsupportive, or emotionally pressured to prove their loyalty through money.
Why would only those groups of people feel that way? Okay, whatever. Hey, you gotta read the script before you copy and paste. Redacted used to get yeast ear infections monthly. When we switched to raw, she hasn't had one in 14 months, and this one is bacterial. $393. I might throw up. Okay. Again, this is tough because it isn't an ask. It isn't an ask, but they're just putting the number out there. If this person had a history of doing this same thing, then yeah, you could infer that that's what they mean. But again, we're missing the context here. And this is in a kind of, it's a Patreon chat. So it's a small group of people that are paying in to participate in this extra bonus thing. I wonder if all those Patreon levels were for Heather's Patreon. That would make sense if they took screenshots of hers. Okay. But still, this really is focused on this one group and this one person. And to paint it as a blank, as to wash all of the diamond painting community with this example is just, it's just not right. Okay, let's keep going.
Gifts or constant attention. And because these dynamics
Okay. Okay. Emergency cycle 5 of 5. Okay. My debt consolidation will not allow me to have a credit card for 2 years. Okay. Heather, how are you in debt consolidation with blank in a savings account? That makes 0 cents. Not having a CD, the money was from selling a rental property. I shop impulsively because of my ADHD, not an excuse, but a reason my brain doesn't produce dopamine. Heather, is this really the right place to be sharing all of this? I don't know, and I don't think so. But I feel like she might be leading us into I need your help, but we haven't gotten there yet. Either this video is really teasing us or it doesn't exist. Let's find out.
Dynamics unfold inside communities built on kindness.
That was the
and
last
empathy.
emergency.
Many people may not immediately recognize the warning signs.
Okay.
This is why the
Okay, so they're saying certain people, certain groups may not recognize the warning signs. Okay, all right. All right, you picked that one back up, FBI.
concern is whether emotional vulnerability itself is sometimes being leveraged as a tool of influence, particularly against individuals who may already be searching for connection, validation, or emotional support.
We've said the exact same thing a different way this entire time, which is very indicative of someone asking ChatGPT to put a script together for a particular topic, but it needs to be X amount of minutes long. We're just going around. And again, we're back to, this was the first post. This is Exhibit A now being used as Exhibit B-4. So let's keep going.
Online. And that raises a difficult but necessary question.
Same.
When does support for someone in need stop being compassion and start becoming emotional exploitation?
Will you
One of
tell
the
us?
most concerning realities about these patterns is how often beginners and newer community members may become pulled into them before they fully understand what is happening.
Okay, so new crafter, new to the Patreon, very vulnerable person, doesn't, in what they're saying, may not have, for whatever reason, the faculties to recognize this this behavior, and gets taken advantage of. Okay, why berate viewers for wanting to participate in your events? I'm out for the day, guys. Need some me time. Okay, thank you. This is why I said no. I said from the beginning that it had to include other Halloween symbols like a jack-o'-lantern or a skeleton, black cat, bat, something else that screamed Halloween. Witches make potions year-round. That doesn't make it Halloween. But oh well. Apparently this is berating. There's no context. That's the problem. I'm not saying that this doesn't justify the what they're saying above, but, well, I am saying that. I am saying that it doesn't justify what they're saying above. It could somewhere, but they're not doing the thing. They're not providing accurate examples.
Most people enter hobby communities in good faith.
Yeah.
They are looking for creativity, relaxation, friendship, inspiration, and connection with people who share the same interests. Many newcomers arrive trusting the people around them.
Okay, many newcomers arrive. They're looking for a sense of community, a sense of trust. You know, we've said that 6,000 times. Why berate viewers for wanting to participate in your events? Okay, let's keep going. Whether or not the kid is appropriate, then most likely it is not appropriate. I was super excited about this event, and now I just want to call it off. This is a Halloween event, plain and simple. If your canvas isn't overly Halloween, then it is not appropriate. Overtly Halloween. No one should be using a canvas that might or might not fit depending on who you ask. I have approved redacted kit, and I have approved the 4 kits redacted showed despite it agreeing that 2 of them work. I don't want to discuss this or read if being discussed anymore. I usually love being in this chat, and I'm not liking it very much lately, so let's please get back to a joyful, non-confrontational chat. Heather's talking about non-confrontational chats? That seems like her wheelhouse. And get back to having fun and supporting each other, please. Heather, from what I've seen thus far, Heather, I don't know if this group is about fun and supporting each other, but okay. All right. This doesn't seem like berating. It seems like someone who is Maybe a little out of touch, maybe a little spoiled. But berating, I don't know. Sorry. I haven't done my evening skincare, and it's hot in here in the lights, and now the sunscreen is dribbling into my eyes. Hold on. Is Heather doing this? Is Heather making my eyes burn? Okay, let's keep going. We're not even halfway. I might have to stop and take a break. Oy.
Because the community initially appears welcoming, emotionally supportive, and tightly connected. And that sense of belonging can make new members especially vulnerable to influence. For someone entering the community for the first time, the emotional dynamics
You just
may
said
not
this.
immediately appear manipulative.
You just
In
said
fact, many of these situations are introduced gradually and framed as normal community behavior.
A beginner may first encounter emotional live streams, emergency fundraisers, donation requests, public personal struggles, or repeated financial crises and assume they are simply witnessing a supportive community helping someone in need. Over time, however, some newcomers may begin getting emotionally pulled into what many community
They ran out of
members
time
describe as the
to
emergency
create
cycle.
more AI images.
They see repeated crises, repeated fundraising, repeated emotional breakdowns, repeated urgent requests for help. And because they are compassionate people who want to support others, they may begin contributing emotionally, financially, or socially long before they fully understand the broader patterns surrounding certain individuals or groups.
And because beginners often want friendship and belonging, they may ignore warning signs they would otherwise recognize in other environments. Questions surrounding financial transparency can become especially
Here we
difficult
go.
for newcomers.
Here we go. Different background. Okay, so we were going on and on about manipulating, and it starts slow, but you want to be people want to be a part of the community. They don't realize I feel like we've heard that on repeat for the first 12 minutes, maybe 7, 8 to 12 times. So we get the narrative. So this is what interests me. We have a new background. Okay. Allegedly berating a victim, leaving the cycle of abuse. Okay. Redacted, you chose to put other things ahead of your family. I just talked to you on the phone and told you to stop it. What? That your kids needed to come first. Who? Okay. I don't understand how you can tell me I was your friend, but then not trust that I would have supported your decision. What decision? You didn't trust me. I never questioned your financial situation. I stated that I was never able to take my kids to some place like that. I have no right to question anyone. I have put buying diamond painting ahead of my bills. So who's in the wrong here? The person that... What? Okay. Just a friend. The person that is the person that put buying diamond art ahead of their bills. Is that the person in the wrong? I'm guessing with the underline that says duh. Or is it the person they're talking to who put other things ahead of their family? Neither one of those seems like good decisions. So are we just listening to two people making bad choices fight? Just a friendly piece of advice. Your kids are too young to understand or appreciate a trip as part of their birthday. That's not for you to say. That works when they are teenagers, not when they're 5, 4, and 1. What are you talking about? That's not for you to say. That's just some mom advice. Well, I don't think anyone was asking for that. We're going to go with Mandy. Mandy's asserting her opinion on this person's life choices a little too strongly. Maybe I don't know the relationship. Many people are part of the tribe. Oh, tribe. So this must be a different chat one-on-one with, I'm assuming, Heather, because she seems to be our star. So this might be someone talking to Heather, telling her, someone's talking to Heather, telling her to put things ahead of her family, or this is Heather inserting her opinion on this person taking their kids on a trip. That might make more sense since Heather has been talking about her cat pus and everything. And now she's saying that she puts diamond art ahead of her bills. So that would make more sense with the narrative, I think. Many people are part of the tribe and don't put it above their family. Most of us don't have little kids. I get you leaving the tribe. Yeah, this must be Heather. I don't get you leaving me. Ugh, Heather. I don't know their relationship, so I can't say, but If this is just a Patreon member and an online, that's rough stuff. You don't get to do that. I don't get you leaving me. Yikes. Don't tell that to someone online that you've never met. They were talking on the phone though, so maybe they're closer. And you left me. You literally cut me out of your life. You cut me deep. I'll be honest. I put a little redacted in a drawer yesterday. I can't look at him without feeling the pain you caused me. I put little what? I've told you more than once that I feel everything 100 times more than others. You destroyed me yesterday when you didn't believe in me to be there for you and support your decision. You turned your back on me. That destroyed me. It's made me question my relationship with everyone else, because if I could be wrong about you, then how can I think anyone else is my friend for real? You did a number on me. I hope it was worth the consequence I'm paying. Yikes. This was not done in private, because I'm assuming because it's a different background. This seems like a conversation that Heather is having with someone who she feels has wronged them. I don't know. Again, I need context. Is this just a random Patreon that happened to have her phone number? Is this a friend, a close personal friend that also happened to be interacting with them online? There's not enough here for us to categorize this as manipulative or abusive. It feels that way, but we don't have the full story. And again, this whole video is about the diamond painting community. And now I'm trying to sift through the minutia of Heather. Like, this isn't landing, FBI. Like, whatever you were trying to do here, it's not coming together. Anyway,
to navigate.
Okay.
A beginner entering the community may have no way of knowing whether repeated crowdfunding campaigns, donation requests, wish
Here's
lists.
the other thing. I don't think the AI voice has ever said the words diamond painting. Just food for thought.
Or fundraising efforts are isolated situations or part of larger ongoing patterns that longer-term members have already questioned privately for months or years. Without that context, newer members may assume these financial dynamics are normal community culture rather than potentially unhealthy patterns that deserve scrutiny and boundary.
Well, no. If you're seeing, okay, let's just remove the diamond painting. You could plug anything into this. If you're into restoring DeLoreans, you're in a subset of people that loves to just find just really run down DeLoreans and restore them, and you're like, I wonder if there's maybe one other person that restores DeLoreans. You go on Facebook and you go online and you're like, holy crap, there's a whole community of dozens of people are out there restoring DeLoreans, and there's these Facebook groups, and this guy has a YouTube channel, and I could subscribe. You could apply all of this stuff to exactly the same, where someone has an emergency, they don't have enough money to buy the new headlight for their DeLorean or whatever, and they're asking for money because their dog has pus coming out of its foot. Like this, none of this is surprising to me, and what I don't like is they're really characterizing this as being a diamond painting issue, or at least that's what it seems. Sorry, I'll be back. I'm coming back. That's kind of the vibe that I think they want to go with, but it's just not true. It's just not true. Yes, these things can happen online. They can happen here. They can happen anywhere. But to have this whole clickbaity thing and call it Sparkle FBI as if they're uncovering some sort of specific issue within the diamond painting community or industry, they're not. They're just giving us blanket book report statements about the challenges of social interaction online. And it's a valid conversation, but they're characterizing it in a way that I think is it's, I don't want to say messy. It's, I don't know. I think if someone who didn't know, was unaware of drama and stuff, and watched this video, it comes off as like, oh my gosh, it's horrible out there. I can't believe blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, not really. I mean, and the proof is in what the evidence that they're providing us. We've just been listening to Heather be out there going wild. That's the moral of the story, is like, be on the lookout for Heather. Like, they should have just said, we have a video about Heather and we've got a problem. And I still haven't seen any evidence that she's specifically asked for money in relation to any of this. And I don't think at one point she has asked, can you help me out? Which is what they're claiming people are doing. So if you can't find a single shred of evidence in all of your investigative investigations, apparently this is more than one person. It's a group. They've really combed through all of wherever they could. They looked through the annals, whatever it's called, of diamond painting drama, and they weren't able to churn up a single instance of what they're talking about. I don't know, guys. Okay, so allegedly berating a victim, leaving the cycle of abuse. This is the same background as previously, so we're getting a back and forth between Heather and one other person. You obviously really never knew me at all then. Then maybe I didn't, but I've seen the pull you have from people who have wronged you and all those companies that have banned Redacted from buying from them, and saw myself leaving not much better than what she did. Did you publicly call me a liar and despicable person? What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you even remotely think that you had anything in common with Redacted? Because I did you wrong by leaving. I don't know. It's just how my brain worked. I figured I'd be seen as a horrible person for leaving. I don't have any self-esteem. It is what it is. Yikes. The sad part is you are totally okay with that. It doesn't matter to you one bit how much you hurt me. I guess that's my problem, not yours. Apologizing for hurting you means that I'm okay with the fact that I hurt you is news to me. I'm not doing this. I only said I'm okay because I didn't want to talk about it. I'd rather talk to my therapist about it because the last session with her is this week before she leaves, and I have to start over with a new therapist if I want to continue therapy. Leaving the tribe wasn't easy and has caused a low and depressive episode that I know will go away in a day or so once I get used to the quietness. Wow, this is rough. So this person had a falling out with the tribe, which is I take issue with, and Heather's taking it as not only you left the tribe, but you've left me personally. Heather seems like a little bit of a bully. I will say that. Heather seems like she doesn't know what to do with her pain or frustration over this person leaving, whom they've talked on the phone before. They seem closer than just like me subscribing to some random person and then joining their Patreon. So again, I would appreciate some more context here, and this does not paint the picture that the story is trying to tell.
Over time, some people may find themselves emotionally attached, financially invested, and socially dependent before they fully realize how deeply involved they
Didn't
have
we
become.
literally just listen to this?
And that is why many people believe beginners can unintentionally become some of the most vulnerable individuals within these environments.
Okay.
Not because they are naive.
And now I don't even care about what the heck the AI is saying. I want to know what's going on with Heather. Now I'm just like, get to the end of the episode. How does it churn out? Are these two going to end up reconciling, and now they're married, and like Heather's just like on an island somewhere with Redacted, and they're just having a beautiful time with their two children, Redacted and Redacted? I want to know. Okay. Allegedly berating a victim, leaving the cycle of abuse. Redacted, you didn't really apologize. You justified your actions. You haven't taken accountability and asked for forgiveness. Redacted doesn't need to do that, Heather. If she wants to leave and cut you off because you're from apparently quite toxic, then she can just do that. You didn't have to turn your back on all your friends. Yikes. You had other options. Cutting out the folks who have been there for you is self-destructive, not healthy. Who are you to let Redacted's therapist tell her this? Not you. Whatever, I'm not doing this. I didn't do anything self-destructive. I left the group for me. It was toxic. I've had people mad at me and didn't come and confront me until after I left because they were told not to. I'm done. I'm not sorry. I left. I didn't turn my back on any of my friends. I never said any of them couldn't message me because I left the tribe. A few of them are well aware. My inbox is open even if I'm not part of the group. I'm not doing destructive. I left the group for me. It was toxic. I've had people mad at me and didn't come and confront me until after I left because they were told not to. I'm done. I'm not sorry. I left. I didn't turn my back on any of my friends. I never said any of them couldn't message me because I left the tribe. A few of them are well aware. My inbox is open even if I'm not part of the group. I'm not doing it. I don't regret my decision. I do not message me again. My husband is taking my phone. I don't know why he would need to do that. So I was just the one. So I was just the one you turned your back on. I never told anyone not to talk to you or confront you on anything. So whoever said that was not being honest. I was asked to discuss the situation with you, which I was planning on doing. Sure, Heather. But when you left, there was no reason to. I never forbade anyone to talk to you. Sure, Heather. It's okay, redacted. I won't reach out again. You have made it clear that we were never really friends. I was nothing to you. I wish you all the best. Heather, calm down. My goodness. No, I turned my back on everyone. I'm tired of the she said BS because then it's always I never said that, so someone is lying. It's toxic and I'm done with it. Okay. So Heather has a Patreon in which she's out here doing stuff and people aren't happy about it. But she still hasn't asked anyone for money. I mean, I guess the Patreon is asking people for money, but that's not the characterization they're painting. They're saying someone specifically takes advantage of the vulnerable, the newbies, and then presents these difficult situations or rough times and then asks for a GoFundMe or asks for specific donations. Just because someone has a Patreon does not inherently mean that they are manipulating you. You have the choice to subscribe or unsubscribe. And nowhere has Heather told Redacted, I need you in the Patreon because I need your money.
Not because they are unintelligent, but because they entered the community looking for creativity, support, friendship, and trust.
The very things that emotionally manipulative dynamics can sometimes exploit most effectively.
That is why awareness matters.
Because people cannot protect themselves from patterns they have never been taught to recognize.
Another growing concern raised within the community involves the development of what many people describe as paywalled social environments.
Paywalled social environments, which was the topic we just spent the past 10 minutes talking about. Remember, they talked about paywall and they gave the screenshots of the Patreon. So apparently we're moving into a new topic, which is paywall for connection or activity, which some would say is the exact same topic we already covered, but okay. So now we've introduced a new AI image. So join my inner circle. Washi tape is so cool. Apparently the seemingly teen girl with a blurred out face, is this Redacted or is this Heather? This isn't Heather. Unless Heather had a major glow up. Today's plan: post, shop, manifest, repeat. Good vibes only, perks, exclusive chats, behind the scenes, monthly gifts, channel shoutouts, early access, my undivided attention, and more. Only limited spots. And it says you aren't invited. So I'm sure someone, when they did this, I'm sure one of the prompts was Mean Girl when they did this AI image. I bet money. In my influencer era, main character energy, protect my peace, not your opinion. Pay to be closer to me. Then you have different levels. Bestie is originally $19.99, now $9.99. Bestie Plus, $49 to $24. VIP Bestie is now $49 from $99. Ride or Die is now $99 from $199. I want you to find me one diamond painting content creator that has a Patreon or membership level at $199, and I will personally reach out to them. Okay, so we're going to talk about the same thing over again for the continuation of the video, but now we have a fun new graphic. So let's see where this takes us. And I swear to God, if we go back to that chat with Heather, we better have finished that story arc. I'm ready to be done. Or a season 2, Heather's Revenge.
Spaces where friendship, recognition, access, and inclusion can allegedly become increasingly tied to continuous financial participation. At first, these environments may not appear harmful. Many creators legitimately use memberships, subscriptions, Patreon tiers, paid groups, exclusive chats, or supporter perks as ways to fund their content and build closer communities around shared interests.
Ew, is the FBI have a magnifying glass in this teen girl's home? Is she there? Is she sleeping while they're there? Oh, that's yucky.
Supporting creators financially is not inherently wrong, and many viewers genuinely enjoy contributing.
Oh my God, we're still on Heather. How much money should a viewer be forced to pay to participate in the community? And then we talk about the Zooms again. You guys, you're really wasting everyone's time with this. This is a 26-minute video. We're at 14 minutes. And you're still recycling the screenshots from what was supposed to be a completely different topic. I guess it makes sense because none of the screenshots correlate to the message. So it really just doesn't matter. Okay.
To people whose work they appreciate. The concern begins when financial contribution stops feeling optional and starts becoming socially expected. Instead, diamond painters begin feeling as though access to friendship, attention, emotional closeness, or social inclusion becomes increasingly dependent on how much they spend, donate, purchase, or contribute.
I swear to you that this is verbatim what they've already said. Maybe it's slightly different, but this feels exactly the same, like word for word, but maybe a couple words are different. Oh my gosh.
Financially over time.
People who consistently donate during live streams may receive more public recognition, emotional attention, praise, or direct interaction. Higher-paying supporters may gain access to
Get out of her room!
Inner circles, exclusive conversations, personal contact, or elevated social status within the community itself. Meanwhile, viewers who cannot afford to contribute financially, or who choose not to, may begin feeling invisible, excluded, or socially distant despite participating in the same community.
Over time, some community members have described these environments beginning to feel less like authentic friendships and more like transactional relationships built around ongoing financial support. And because these dynamics often develop gradually through emotionally supportive spaces, many people may not immediately recognize the pressure they are experiencing.
Yeah, because it's slow building. Ugh. Now, I on my whip and chats, on my walk-in chats, walking Apollo around, I will beat a dead horse. I'll circle back and I'll ruminate on a topic. I'll fixate on something, you know, and I end up saying the same thing. And I'm sure in this video I've been saying multiple things over and over again. But in this context, where we're trying to present this investigatory report, and this is going to blow the lid off of the diamond painting underworld and the drama, and we're the FBI of Sparkles. This is just, it's lazy. It's lazy.
A viewer may initially donate simply to support a creator they enjoy,
Sweet
but later,
Lord.
they may begin donating to maintain social access,
I feel like we can skip
preserve
ahead.
friendships,
Do you guys
avoid
think we can skip
exclusion,
ahead?
receive acknowledgement, or remain part of a group they have become emotionally attached to. That distinction matters psychologically. When emotional connection
What is she
becomes
doing?
intertwined with financial
Give
contribution,
me your money,
people
honey.
may begin
There's a
spending
man in
money
my
not
room.
because they genuinely want to, but because they fear losing belonging, recognition.
Yes, belonging, recognition. They'll get less attention. We still haven't gotten to the part of like how to avoid this. How do we navigate around these toxic people that find their way into communities? How do we approach them? How do we approach them responsibly while setting boundaries, respecting ourselves? What are the tools at our disposal to combat this and kind of weed it out of the community if it truly is such a persistent problem? What are our action items? What do we do? How do we identify these people? All we're doing is just giving generalizations, common statements, pretty common knowledge for people that do engage online, which a large majority, the internet's been around quite some time, have been on a Facebook or a MySpace. This has been a problem since day one, and we're not getting any information, true, like useful information and key takeaways. We're just hearing generally about it without any recourse, any action. What do we walk away with after watching this video, other than learning about Heather and her Patreon group? This seems like a poorly veiled attack video on Heather.
satisfaction, emotional closeness, or community status if they stop.
Some people have also expressed concern that
This is the
these
same
environments can unintentionally create
Patreon
social
screenshot.
hierarchies based on spending power, where financial contributors receive elevated visibility and influence while others feel pressured to keep up in order to remain socially relevant within the group.
Yeah.
For newer or
Said that.
emotionally vulnerable community members,
Newer ones.
these dynamics can become especially confusing.
It's confusing because they
What
don't know they're
initially
new.
feels like generosity, friendship,
Sweet
and emotional support may slowly begin carrying unspoken expectations attached to money, loyalty, and continued participation. And once social belonging becomes tied to financial contribution, setting healthy boundaries can become emotionally difficult for many people.
Because at that point, stepping away may no longer feel like simply ending a purchase
a
or
friendship.
canceling a membership. It can feel like losing friendships, identity, community, and emotional connection all at once.
This emotional connection is often
I gotta
capitalized
meet
on
the
through the
person that
resale
started
of
this
free
channel.
promotional items, gifts, and creator
Oh, hold on,
exclusive
hold on,
products
hold on.
that were originally provided at no
It's a new image. That's the only thing I have to hold on to is when they do a new AI image. So this is Marsha. And Marsha now she's doing, I guess she's selling, she's got a diamond painting that's small for $200. She's got a basic diamond art pen for $90. She's got one roll of washi tape for $50, or you can get 10 rolls for $3.99. Now that's actually a better deal than getting the one roll. So I mean, if I was in this position, I'd probably go for the lot. The mystery bag is $149, maybe good stuff. It could also just be cat ear pus, I guess. Everything you get for free anywhere else but from me, it's premium, baby. Oh, okay. You can't sit with us unless you pay. Loyalty isn't free. Pay to be closer to me. How much did that man in your room pay, Marsha? Okay.
no cost by companies seeking exposure through influencer partnerships. These items are often intended to help creators showcase products to their
New topic.
audiences and generate community interest. According to concerns expressed by some community members, certain creators place these items behind monthly memberships, subscriber-only groups, private sales, exclusive auctions, or limited access communities where participation itself requires ongoing financial commitment.
Okay, all right. Okay, you got me there, FBI. You got me there. So that is an interesting topic. So essentially, kind of recapping, influencers receive free products, diamond paintings, accessories, putties, whatever you want, whatever they get as far as like PR to do unboxing, sneak peekers, that type of thing. But then the influencer, the recipient of the free good, turns around and either resells that for a profit or uses it in some sort of raffle or waffle or whatever, or only shares those free products on a membership or a Patreon. So the only way that you get access to seeing that product or content is by paying. So not only are they're double dipping, people are double dipping. I don't like that either. I have sold kits that were given to me for free on auctions with a starting bid of $1. I've done that before. I think, $1. I've also attached kits that I've paid for to auction items. So someone will win the winning bid for a diamond painting, and I'm like, you know what, I got this other one for free, or even one that I paid for, and I stick it on the side there because might as well. I'm probably never going to do it, so I do that a lot. And I also try to balance the things that I receive for free with the things that I return back out to the community. I'm not going to name names of who I've shared kits with, but I'm sure some of you are listening right now that could vouch for me in saying that you've gotten a significant amount of goods just because I got to meet you or I got to mail you something, and I love the community and the people that we've built here. So I don't like that people do that, but unless there's a specific stipulation in the company sending you something saying this is not for resale or you cannot use this for any other purpose, then for content creation and promotion of our business, this is not to exchange hands. This is to remain with you or be destroyed or given away or whatever, but you cannot gain monetarily from this thing that was provided to you for free, then fine. But I don't necessarily see the inherent problem with reselling those items. I really don't. I really don't. Would I do it? To a certain extent, deeply discounted for $1 starting bid, give them away for free. But yeah, if there are people out there that are like Diamond Art Club sneak peekers and then they're on the sly reselling these kits for exorbitant amounts of money, that you're gonna have to take that one with you. You're gonna have to take that one upstairs with you at the end. That's all I can say. All right, let's keep going. But I don't think Heather did that. Maybe we'll get more screenshots. Let's see.
As a result, viewers may find themselves paying recurring membership fees not for
We already
content,
saw this one.
education, or community benefits, but simply for the chance to spend additional money purchasing products the creator originally received for free.
Critics of these practices argue that the issue is not merely the resale itself.
What is
The
it?
issue is the combination of scarcity, exclusivity, and parasocial influence.
Okay. Scarcity, exclusivity, take that up with the shop. They're the ones that create that scarcity and that feeling of exclusivity. And certain influencers parrot that information back to their audience. Yes, that is true. And that's true everywhere, not just diamond painting. It is true. And then and the parasocial influence, I'm gonna have to lay the blame equally on and on the content creators' shoulders and on the subscriber. You know, set boundaries, understand what an online relationship truly is, understand where those walls aren't going to be. But I don't see that parasocial part playing into the reselling part. I don't know. That got a little wonky. FBI, you might want to next time just scroll through this script that ChatGPT put together for you. Allegedly.
When audiences develop strong emotional attachments to creators, items associated with those creators can take on perceived value far beyond their actual market worth.
That is... Don't do that then. Whose fault is that?
Fans may view these products as rare opportunities to own something connected to a personality they admire.
What? Don't know. If someone makes you a gift, like makes you something and puts something together for you, yes, absolutely. You know, I made this clay pot for you, whatever. And I have personally received emails from subscribers and followers have purchased a kit from a D-stash and then they send me the finish or send me progress. I'm working on one of the kits that I bought from you. That's great. But to say that this Jeremiah Kettner that I got from Diamond Art Club and this Jeremiah Kettner from Diamond Art Club that I got from an influencer, this one holds more. Is that just me? Is that just me being cold? Probably. Anyway, all right. Now I'm inside my own head. Let's keep watching. My God, the longest 26-minute video, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Interact with, or feel personally invested in.
Okay.
This emotional attachment can create powerful purchasing incentives that would not exist in an ordinary marketplace.
I'm so upset that he's still in her room. Okay, let me go back.
Attachment can create powerful purchasing incentives that would not exist in an ordinary marketplace, leading to the question of whether these dynamics encourage supporters to spend far more than they otherwise would.
Yeah, that's risky, you know, buying from someone that you feel is a friend versus just shopping at a normal store. Yeah, that's risky. And of course, there are going to be people out there that recognize that and attempt to take advantage of it. But I certainly do not want to suggest, as I think the video is suggesting, that is a core motive for content creators and influencers who do sell items. I don't think it is.
particularly when access to these opportunities is restricted to paying members or highly engaged supporters. In some cases, concerns have also been raised about the cumulative financial impact on dedicated followers. A supporter may pay monthly membership fees, participate in exclusive groups, purchase creator-endorsed products, buy promotional items, donate during live streams, and contribute to other community activities throughout the year.
Individually,
You know, the first thought that came into my head when they were talking about like one individual that 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 pays for this and is going over here and buying this and then over here doing this exclusive thing. I'm like, where are these subscribers, and can you give me their names, because I might want to mention my channel. I'm just kidding. Oh boy, I think I'm getting a little slap happy here. Okay, let's keep moving. We've run out of the Heather screenshots, so I'm now losing interest fast.
each expense may appear small. Collectively, however, the financial commitment can grow substantially over time. The broader concern is
God.
whether
It's
emotional
just gonna be this
influence
guy
and
creeping in
community
her room
loyalty
the rest of
are,
the time?
in some situations, being leveraged to create revenue streams that extend far beyond the value of the products themselves. Because when access, exclusivity, and emotional attachment become intertwined, it can become difficult to distinguish where genuine community engagement ends and commercial exploitation begins.
Next, we will be discussing another controversial
God.
topic currently
New
being
topics.
debated within the Diamond Paint.
Okay, so now we can read these screenshots because they had just touched on the waffle, I'm guessing raffle. So now we can get in here. So, redacted, waffle closed. Love Lives Here by Micah Jelena. Beautiful, highly sought after kit. Box has been opened to check contents, treasure card, and toolkit included. Non-smoking, dog-friendly home. One kit, one winner. Please note I am working today, so bear with me on updating the post. I'll do my best to keep up. Thank you, everyone. Please read the entire post. There will be 100 slots available, and each one is $5. Each person may purchase up to 10 slots in the first 24 hours. After 24 hours of posting, unlimited slots will be available for purchase. Shipping is included to the winner within the lower 40 states only. Warranty of the kit is voided upon transfer, I'm assuming it says, because it's most likely a DAC, and the warranty is voided. So I'll probably learn, but now let me guess. So there's 100 slots available. Each one is $5. Each person may purchase up to 10 slots in the first 24 hours. So are people buying slots 1 through 100? You buy a slot, right, up to 10. And then after that, it's unlimited. And then I guess at a certain point, the waffle closes, as it says here, waffle closed. And then do they just spin a wheel or something? And if it lands on your number, then you get the kit? I'm guessing. So there's an opportunity here for some bagged actors to come in. This is this interesting raffle system for kits. I mean, it's just a raffle, right? It's just a raffle. I don't know if I would ever participate in this. It's not necessarily nefarious. I guess there really isn't. It's not nefarious. It's just a raffle, but there's opportunity to make a significant amount of money on a kit is there. That certainly is there. If we're saying there's 100 slots and each one is $5, that means that the maximum that this person will make on this waffle is $500 for this Micah Jelena. If everybody bought a slot, the maximum you could make is $500. And if everyone's putting in that money, then that's a lot of money going to that person for a kit. I mean, that's just how a raffle works. That's how you make money off of a raffle. Yeah, I don't necessarily see a problem with this. I wouldn't participate. I'd rather just bid on a kit and pay, let's say the bids go up to $120. I mean, I don't know. I don't know which one's better. What do you think? I don't like the fact that now maybe I'll learn this and maybe you know more. If I put $5 in, I'm guessing the person keeps the money. If my number's not picked, and I put $5 in, I don't get my $5 back. I was just gambling. This is gambling. I don't think that's allowed. That's probably not allowed. I don't know. It doesn't seem wrong, but at the same time, it does. And I wouldn't participate because I'm not just giving you $5. I'd rather put that $5 away towards a kit in the future. This feels like gambling. I don't think you can do that. Let's keep watching.
Painting community. The growing popularity of online raffles, often referred to as waffles. A waffle typically involves participants purchasing spots or entries for the chance to win a prize.
Okay.
Often a highly sought-after diamond painting canvas.
Oh,
At
hold
first
on.
glance-
Okay, so I was just going to let this go, move on. Redacted. Dreaming Workspace, art by Julia. Mystery box exclusive, highly sought after. Box has been opened to check contents, treasure card, toolkit, non-smoking, dog-friendly home. One kit, one winner. Please note I'm working today, so bear with me. So this is the same person. So they're taking screenshots of someone who runs these waffles at least twice so far. But I'd like to see other areas in which this is taking place to paint the picture of this being a broader problem. They have so far given us one example of Heather being wild, and they've given us one example of someone doing waffles. So in all of their research, the FBI, the Sparkle FBI, in a 20-minute video has only given us 2 exhibits of proof. The first one did not correlate to what they were alleging.
The concept may appear harmless. A participant spends a relatively small amount of money for a chance to win an item that might otherwise be difficult to obtain.
Okay. Oh, they do
One
just
person
spin.
wins, everyone has fun, and the community gets to enjoy a shared event.
Okay.
However, many community members have raised concerns that some waffles have evolved far beyond casual community activities.
Okay.
Certain events can generate upwards of $500 for a single canvas.
We just saw that.
As a result, questions have emerged about whether some waffles are functioning less like friendly community events and more like highly profitable fundraising mechanisms for organizers.
That is the purpose of the raffle. To raise money, ideally as much as possible, for whatever it is. Oftentimes you see these raffles tied to charities or whatever. So I think my final answer is I don't really like the use of this system for a single person to do some sort of D-stash. And if it was going towards, maybe the FBI would disagree with me, if it was going towards helping someone out, in a legitimate circumstance where they need help out, if it was going towards a specific in the name of a specific charity, whatever it is, I could even see this happening for a struggling small shop wants to do this as a way to kind of get themselves out of a tough spot. By all means, you have the product, you can do whatever you want with it. You can go online and do a waffle. Each ticket is $200 and there's 600 tickets. If people are going to jump in and play that, then God bless, they have the money to do that. I don't know if I feel so great about this being a way for someone to de-stash. I would feel better just having a starting bid at what I would be comfortable, the bare minimum of what I'd be comfortable letting the canvas go for. And usually for me, that's a 50% reduction on the paying price is usually how I've done it. And then just let the community kind of decide where the ceiling is. I guess this makes it more approachable or accessible for people with less money because they only have to get that one raffle ticket rather than say they're going to take their luck with the one raffle ticket as opposed to just doing a auction style. So I don't know. There's pros and cons to it. I would personally be adverse to doing it this way, but I see the merit for it. I also see why people would think this is concerning, but they've only given us two screenshots of one person doing a $500 would be the absolute max. I would be shocked if every single time this person had every 100 slots filled. I'd be shocked. So yeah, I don't know. This could be just, let's say someone did a more reasonable amount and was like $100. Everyone, there's 100 slots and they're $1 a piece. Okay. All right. I don't know, guys. I wouldn't, but don't, I don't categorize this as nefarious behavior. And maybe I'm wrong. Let's keep listening. Maybe they'll not only teach us more about it, but give us some tools. We've got 6 minutes left.
And because many social media platforms prohibit certain forms of gambling, lotteries, games of chance, or unlicensed raffles, particular waffle activities may exist in a regulatory gray area or potentially conflict with platform rules.
That's why it's called a waffle.
However,
technically
the most
gambling.
concerning aspect is not necessarily the legality.
Okay.
Some community members have
I
also
would say
expressed
it is.
concern about what appears to be a self-reinforcing cycle. Members observe successful hosts collecting significant amounts of money and decide they would like the same opportunity. The result is an environment where people may feel encouraged to continuously participate not only for the possibility of winning prizes, but also...
Yeah, okay, so now this screenshot has more context than when it did at the beginning where we didn't discuss this stuff. So maybe FBI save these these screenshots that will only make sense in the moment for that moment. You can put Heather up any old time. I'm kind of missing Heather. Redacted, new rule starting May 1st. Starting May 1st, we will enforce a new rule. This only applies to members who are hosting a waffle participation rule. To host a waffle, members are required to buy into at least one waffle monthly. You only have to buy one spot and one waffle per month. This is to make our community fair and to support each other in the waffles as a community. Please write I agree in the dates in the comments. Okay. At first I was like, I didn't see the part that said to host a waffle. I just thought it meant that members are required to at least get one a month just to even be here. That I think would be a little pyramid schemey. You know, it's like you gotta at least buy one a month to even sit in the room. You can't just sit in the room. This is saying to host a waffle, members are required to buy into at least one waffle monthly. What I assume this admin is doing here is trying to prevent people coming into this group with just a whole bunch of canvases, and they've never supported somebody else who put up a kit. They've never participated in any way. They've never put money down on a kit. They just come in here and drop a ton of kits, and they're hosting waffles left and right. They're pulling cash out of this group, but they've never put anything into any other pot. So this looks like a way to prevent people from abusing the waffle system, as opposed to what I think the video is trying to contextualize, is that this is forcing people to pay in. This is telling someone, hey, you can come here and sell your crap, but you gotta throw a couple bucks over at Mary, who's also trying to sell her crap. You just can't come in here, sell all your stuff, and walk out. You gotta throw some money around too. So I don't hate that. I don't hate this rule, but I think the video's trying to spin it. Let's see.
Also for the possibility of eventually becoming organizers and benefiting financially themselves. And once a system begins relying on a constant influx of new participants, repeated financial contributions, and the promise that today's buyer could become tomorrow's seller, questions naturally arise about who is actually benefiting the most.
Their concern is the effect waffles may have on the broader resale market for diamond painting canvases. Instead of purchasing a rare canvas with the intention of keeping it, completing it, or adding it to a personal collection, buyers may be willing to pay significantly more because they believe they can later recover the cost.
Yeah, okay, people will pay more, but they'll recover the cost in a waffle. So it encourages the inflated prices, because eventually you'll get to that $500 plus mark doing a waffle, right? But I think what they're forgetting here is that they haven't touched on is that people do have autonomy and free will, and the majority of people are gonna catch on to this. I don't know if this is not specific to diamond painting, the resale market, these waffles or raffles. I'm sure that this was not invented for diamond painting. Yeah, they even talk about console scalping, sneaker scalping. This just happens with anything that has an appreciating value or a rarity or scarcity. This type of thing is just ingrained into these markets. I'm sure wine probably is something outrageous. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But it doesn't suck just because it's in diamond painting. Okay, we're almost to the home stretch. I'm fading, guys. At least we have a slightly new topic. Maybe they'll harp on this for another 5 minutes. Let's see.
And potentially earn a hefty profit by hosting a waffle. A rare canvas artificially sells for an unusually high amount because someone believes a waffle can generate even more money. Other sellers observe the sale and begin pricing similar canvases higher.
And then the cycle
Some
continues.
future buyers justify paying those inflated prices because they also expect to host waffles later. And gradually, what may have started as an unusually expensive transaction begins influencing expectations across the entire market. Some community members have pointed to situations where a single highly publicized sale or auction appears to shift pricing expectations for similar items almost overnight. What was once considered an exceptionally expensive purchase can suddenly become viewed as the new normal. As these expectations spread, regular collectors may find themselves increasingly unable to compete. People who simply want to purchase a canvas to enjoy the hobby may be forced to compete against buyers who are calculating future raffle revenue rather than personal collecting value.
That's true.
And because a waffle allows costs to be distributed across dozens of participants, hosts may be able to justify spending amounts that an ordinary collector never would. The concern is not simply that prices rise. Prices naturally fluctuate in collectible markets. The concern is that a system designed around future raffle profits may begin disconnecting prices from genuine collector demand altogether. And when that happens, the people most affected are often the everyday hobbyists who simply want access to the products they love without having to participate in increasingly expensive financial games to obtain them.
I mean, that's all true, but you can, not participate like me. I just learned about this now, and I'm no worse off as a crafter for not waffling or whatever. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good for not being in the I bought one kit on resale, but I'm not in the resale game, and I don't feel like a less whole of a diamond painter because of it. You can do it. We can do it.
As we conclude this investigation,
Thank God.
It is important to return to the reason this conversation began in the first place.
Is it important?
We examined allegations
Heather,
of
hey girl.
manipulative
Hi,
e-betting,
honey.
where repeated crises, emotional pressure, and public appeals for support may sometimes blur the line between genuine need and emotional exploitation.
We discussed
As if we haven't
so-called money
recapped
leeches,
this entire time.
individuals who some believe have learned how to transform friendship, sympathy, loyalty, and community goodwill into ongoing financial opportunities.
We explored the psychology behind the emergency cycle, weaponized guilt, financial transparency concerns, and the ways
complained about
emotionally
Heather for
vulnerable
18
people
minutes.
can become increasingly invested before they recognize what is happening.
We also examined the rise of waffles
I
and
wonder if
other
Heather does
high-dollar
waffles.
raffle systems that some community members believe have transformed portions of the hobby into speculative marketplaces where profit can become more important than collecting, creating,
Okay, guys, we have a minute and a half left. Do you think they're going to spend that time giving us useful tips on how to avoid these situations, how to navigate them, how to better ourselves as a community, give us any tools, any marching orders, anything of value that we can walk away with? Or was this just a 26-minute video to get people riled up and complain about Heather? Let's find out.
or enjoying the art itself?
But the most important takeaway from this entire discussion is the impact these dynamics can have on newcomers.
Okay.
Every day, new people discover diamond painting.
They arrive looking for creativity, relaxation, friendship, and community.
They should not have to navigate emotional manipulation, financial pressure, social hierarchies, gambling culture, or endless fundraising schemes just to participate in a hobby they enjoy.
You're right. How do we make that happen? You're going to tell us. You're going to tell us. You wouldn't just end the video without providing any meaningful or useful takeaways, would you?
A healthy community should encourage people to create, learn, share, and connect.
Uh-huh.
It should not make people feel guilty for setting boundaries.
You're right. How do we get
It should
there?
not make people feel obligated
What do
to
we do?
spend money to belong.
What do we do?
And it should not reward exploitation over integrity.
Ultimately, the future of any community depends on the standards its members choose to uphold.
Okay.
Transparency over secrecy.
You got it.
Accountability over excuses.
Okay.
Friendship over financial transactions. And community over personal profit.
The goal of this
I didn't say friendship over whatever profits, but we got to be careful with that word friendship online.
investigation is not to tell people what to think. It is to encourage people to ask questions, to recognize patterns, to protect themselves and others, and to help ensure that the diamond painting community remains a place where creativity, kindness, and genuine connection matter. This has been the Sparkle FBI.
Case closed.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Tonight, the spark.
Case closed? You did your job? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not mad at this. I think it's wild. Oh, now I'm zoomed in. How long have I been zoomed in? Oh god, my face. You're looking at my face. Okay. I'm just gonna. I didn't take a break. We went straight through, and so I gotta get to bed. I wanted to watch it through and live react with you because I took issue mainly with the initial watch where I was just kind of skipping through because I couldn't handle the voices. I took issue with whatever. I'll be straightforward. I took issue with the laziness of this. I incorporate AI tools left, right, and center, here and there, a little logo here. I did my music video, like I said. And you'll see me utilizing AI tools more in the future for different things. So I am not one to poo-poo the use of AI tools in content creation, in artwork, all that stuff. But I have always been a firm believer that I want to see a personal touch somewhere. So in this instance, with the thumbnails, maybe doing some hand touch-ups or cleanups or something, or seeing that someone's done multiple iterations, like when we saw the two pen tips. The two pen tips were meant to be a pen. You can fix all that. You just have to. It takes time and iterations on ChatGPT or Midjourney or whatever you're using. This looks very ChatGPT. You can fix those things. So seeing those not get fixed is like, okay, well, we just kind of were cranking them out, right? The script was so just almost unlistenable. I don't think I could sit there and without commentary and just sit and watch that straight through. I don't think I could do it. It was so incredibly redundant and just over and over with the exact same sentences and talking points that never really led anywhere. There was no crescendo and we have a resolution or how do we fix this or, any sort of personality to it at all or anything like that. It was so flat and dry and high school book report that I did through ChatGPT. It just was, it was bad. It was bad. And then all the video clips and stuff were just kind of really weird, especially the guy in the room. Like I just couldn't. You can't really even focus on it without being like, "What am I even watching?" And then the proof, right? The screenshots, the receipts. This is where the FBI really gets into it. Yeah, we used AI here, and yeah, we did this and that to just kind of slap this together. But here's where we did our investigative report research, and here's those screenshots. And it's one instance of a Patreon group where the content creator or influencer is just running amok. That happens, people be out there crazy. That is not a generalization of everyone who asks for Patreon memberships or YouTube memberships or super chats or whatever. That's not every instance. And just that one interaction. And then we move over to someone doing waffles, and it looked like one person that did 2 waffles, and then maybe is asking people to participate if they're going to sell. So even the proof or exhaustive research that was done also seems lazy. And the thing with Heather didn't really correlate to anything they were talking about. It seemed like they really had it out for Heather. So I don't know. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I had no point to there was no soapbox or anything, or I didn't even know what one of the topics was. All right, guys. Well, that's that. I have no idea how long this video was, but yeah, this was our little reacting to Sparkle FBI. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this stuff. Am I completely in the wrong? Do I have rose-colored glasses? Is it really a nightmare out there? And yeah, maybe don't tell me. Nah, you can tell me. All right, I've toughened up in my time. I've got a couple battle scars. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Check out my membership.